And if we're not careful, we could lose it. So it's very, very important that we keep that in mind.
Yes. But to this, I want to make a concern. This morning, I was sitting with Dr. Leslie and Dr. Trutz together, and we talked about education program. And because my heart is bleeding many times. When I walk my dogs, I see all over the garbage, and it's more and more. And I go to the countryside and I see the garbage. I think the Belize people, they have to start to take care to the country. The country is beautiful, but it looks on many places very ugly.
Yes.
So they threw the garbage over the seawall. Nobody takes care, and I think they should start now to take care to the country, to clean up and to do something.
Yes, like the ambassador mentioned, it would be great to see the Minister of Education involved next time.
Yeah.
And that we could have educational programs within the schools in reference of teaching our children to be more appreciative of our environment and also what we can do to protect it.
That's right.
Yes.
And the environment is so important.
Very.
It's related to
Climate
you know,
change,
you
that's
can
what
tell
climate change
people's
is all
culture
about.
through the environment, you know.
Yes.
I mean, through how they treat the environment around them.
But not only that, if we had been listening years ago to when all the scientists were telling us about the changes that we'll be seeing with the climate, if we don't take care of the ozone layer and we don't take care of, you know, and we didn't listen back then, and now we're seeing the effects of those changes, the climate change, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So we need to pay attention and to do what we can to not stop it, but we can't stop it, but to reverse it a little bit.
And we know the Caribbean Institute of Climate Change is a very important institute for for CARICOM countries. And the fact that that is established in Belize is important for us as well.
Yes.
You know, Belize is a key country for and that has the full support of all the CARICOM nations, as you heard when Prime Minister Dean Barrow addressed the Summit of the Americas. You know, he made reference to this office of the climate change, the Caribbean Institute of Climate Change, hosted here in Belize. Julia and Steffi, we had an interview we did with Ambassador Linder, but we will play that at another time.
This is an interview on Belize.
On Belize, yeah, relationship with Belize and so on. So, but we'll play that at another time. What I'd like to play for you, though, before we leave, is an interview that we did on Little Water Key. We went on Little Water Key.
Some people don't know where Little Water Key is.
It's in the same Gladden Spit, in the same reserve, the same with Laughing Bird, what we call it?
Laughing Bird Island.
Laughing Bird Reserve here. In the same general area, really, that is being administered by sea. Right, along with the Fisheries Department. It's co-managed by Sea and the Fisheries Department. Hence the importance of having the Minister of Fisheries there, right? So, Little Water Key. We went to Little Water Key. You know, Gladden Spit. I should have told you about it there. Indeed, it's about 20-25 miles or so southeast of Placencia, almost direct east, but little southeast of Placencia, going almost straight out, right? That's where Gladden Spit, right out into the sea, right? All right, let's talk to Denise Garcia. We spoke with Denise Garcia, who is a ranger, young lady who is a ranger, and she was at Little Water Key when we went there. So let's hear what Denise had to say.
Okay. Well, I'm part of the science team from Sea, which is a newly formed organization between TASTE and Friends of Nature from Placencia. Most of my work is field research, and basically we have a monitoring schedule we do every month for the past years. I have recently been on board a team, January of last year. And I'm the one usually out in the field heading the different monitoring, which pertains to the conch, the lobster, coral. So we basically assist our coral reef in our different parks, which is not also Gladden Spit, but Laughing Bird Key and the Sapodilla Keys Marine Reserve. We have a team of 2 other biologists, and we have a project which we get people from the community and we train them in coral fish ID and all our methodologies so they could assist us in the field. So my main responsibility here at sea is to collect data and I also do a little bit of the analysis for our state of the park reports.
How did you get involved in all this?
Right. After I graduated from St. John's Sixth Form, I came back to PG and I got in a program that's called Youth Path, and basically I got certified in scuba training and tour guide training. And actually, I started volunteer as at Taste and started learning my fish, on my coral, and assisted the Taste team in monitoring at the Sap Keys. And thereafter that, I come up to Placencia and I became involved with Friends of Nature and started doing SPAG monitoring, which is a spawning aggregation site they have out at Gladden Spit, in which they monitor every month. So basically, I was doing a lot of diving for Friends, and then eventually I became part of their staff.
Okay. But tell me about the Silky, hold on, the Glad Spit Silky Marine Reserve, right? How large is it and what all is included in it?
Okay, Gladden Spit consists of Little Water Key, Buttonwood, the Silk Keys, which are three keys, and around the Silk Key, there's a complete no-take area, but it is open for tourism, and we have a lot of people from Placencia, tour operators, tour guides who bring out tours out to Silk Key. They have diving, snorkeling, and just key hopping. Little Water is the base for the rangers of sea now, and the monitoring team, the science team. So here at Little Water, around is a complete no-take, in which is rich in conch and coral. So I can't give you the specific
You know how large the
acre.
area is?
Yeah, at the top of my head, I can't remember right now. But Gladden Spit is unique, and everybody know it for its spawning aggregation site. And it's not only for one species, for multiple species. The most important ones are the cobera, who come to spawn starting this month and throughout the year. We have the mutton snapper, who actually began spawning this month, and we have a lot of traditional fishermen who have been using these resources for the past years, and they have special folk license in which they go and fish mutton snapper. And we have dog snapper that spawn at this site too. For the cobera, we have whale shark, which are attracted to this site, to feed on the spawn of the cobera. So whale shark season starts this month and will end in June. So we have tourists coming from all over the world, specific time of the month, which is from full moon to last quarter, and they come dive at Gladden Spit to see the whale shark. Okay, let me start with the spawning aggregation, which I have been
Spawning
doing,
aggregation.
which I have been doing for the past week and a half here at
how is
Gladden
that?
Spit. Okay, basically, we monitor the fish that spawns at Gladden Spit, by the reef. This month, our main focus was the mutton, and we use scuba gears. And basically, my entire team are dive master certified. And it's just to get an estimate of the amount of fish, which could run from the hundreds to the thousands of fish. And basically, we dive in the deep blue, count the fish, and wait to see if they could spawn. If they're spawning, we record that. And if we see whale sharks, we record our whale shark sightings. Next month, we're going to start our monitoring with the cobera. And hopefully, next month will be the peak month in which all the whale sharks aggregate. And we have a superb, entire huge thousand group of cobera spawning. Hopefully, we will record a lot. So basically, every month we come out here, get an estimate of the amount of fish that is at the site, and we monitor that throughout the years, and we have solid data for the past 6 years here at Gladden Spit. So we could see the trend of the fish, the amount of fish, the population of the fish, if it's rising or falling. And for the past year, it's been good. The mutton have had a consistent population